we go. Welcome back to another season of the Walker Valley Football Coaches Show with Walker Valley head football coach Drew Akins. I'm Andy Morris along with Jacob Mason, and we're presented by Wright Brothers Construction. Almost said Wholesale Supply Group. Still one of our sponsors, but we've got Wright Brothers Construction in there with us as well this year. So, of course, as we get things rolling here, Coach Akins, it's a big week. We've got the ESPN Cleveland 101.3 community kickoff taking place Thursday against Cleveland. So a short week to get your season started.
Yeah, really excited about the start of the year. You know, it's been a long 3 weeks. You know, when we talked about this originally with Steve, he wanted to do this season kickoff, and just happened to be that we were starting out with Cleveland, Bradley starting out with McMinn, so 2 really big games to start the year. And he asked me in November, hey, you know, why don't y'all play on Thursday? We can do Bradley on Friday. And we can make it a whole weekend of it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And now 9 months later, I'm like, man, I wish we had one more day to prep. But you know what? It's a really been a great preseason. Excited to get it started, even on a short week, and start out with a couple games that are just huge community games. It's really exciting.
So if you could, real quick, for our viewers, our listeners, kind of talk about the changes from last year's team to this year's team. Obviously, with the new transfer rules, things will look a little bit different. We could go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the departures from last year's team.
Yeah, you know, it has definitely been a weird offseason with the new transfer rules coming in. I've kind of known that they were coming for a while just because I'm a board member on the Football Coaches Association. So I've been hearing rumblings of this for, 2 or 3 years now. And then it really got hot and heavy in the spring, and you could tell that something was going to happen. But because of that, I don't know if you even saw, yesterday or the day before that, there was a release that the number of transfers doubled. So from last year to this year, the number of transfers that were requested has doubled. So I knew the rule would make an impact. I think it made an even larger impact than expected. But we lost a couple guys, in those situations. One was before the rule even passed, with Spencer McCooch going to Bradley. Just felt like that was a better fit for him. And no hard feelings with any of these guys. I think it's the way of the world now. So if you get upset as a coach and you take these things personally, then I think you're going to live in a world of misery. He went down the road, so he's playing for them, and from what I understand is doing a great job for them. And then we lost a receiver and obviously our starting running back with Javen Hall and Clive Green. They moved out to a school in Oklahoma. So a little different world that we live in, and just trying to make sure that we're doing the best to build a culture that kids want to stay in. And it's kind of the lay of the land in the college world too. They have a little difference in the fact that there's that NIL money, and that really hasn't reached its way down into high school.
A little more incentive.
There's a little more incentive to leave, but there's going to be situations where kids leave, and I think we as a community have just said, hey, if a kid wants to go and feels like it's a better opportunity for them, then we're not going to stand in the way of kids going.
Yeah, Coach, we talked about the kids. Are there any new faces on the coaching staff this year?
Yeah, coaching staff has been fun, with the additions that we had last year with Coach Dunbar, Coach Henderson, those guys being added to the fold. Their second year, you can tell that our kids have a better relationship with those guys, that they understand kind of who they are, and Dunbar's voice.
Got to figure JD out a little bit.
We always say, Coach Dunbar, there's the 5 stages of grief, and there's the 5 stages of Dunbar, where you start out feeling this way about him. By the end, you're like, oh, man, I love this guy. Yeah. But it takes some time, and our kids have gotten to that point where they know Coach Dunbar really loves them and cares about him. They're going to push him. He's going to push them as hard as he can to a standard of how we do things. So a second year with those guys, you can tell our kids are more comfortable. But then we've added some guys that I really like on the offensive side of the ball. Demetrius Patterson comes to us from Ray County. at a receiver coach. Coach Patterson played at Lindsey Wilson, played on a national championship football team in an NAIA at Lindsey Wilson. Was a great player. He's coached for going on 5-6 years. So really excited to have him a part and have a true receivers coach in building. Coach Alec has come to us, and it was kind of a weird one of those we've kind of talked about in the past where like just a kid reaches out and says, hey, I'd love to be a part of it. He actually comes to us from playing football in Scotland, which is kind of a weird thing, but he's been playing over there, finishing his grad school in Scotland, and is joining our coaching staff after being done playing overseas. So kind of a cool situation. He's going to coach running back for us, and we're really close to adding Brody Swafford back to the staff as well. So really excited to have Brody. You know, Brody was a great player here. We've done a lot of shows with Brody involved. So Brody's going to be involved a little different way. He's going to help with receivers, but have a huge hand in special teams as well. So excited to have the new faces on our staff.
Well, if that happens, Brody's not going to be able to join us in the booth anymore, so we're going to be a little disappointed, but excited for the young men that he gets to impact with his football knowledge. Really, very experienced with his playing time at UTC and obviously Austin Peay as well.
Yeah, I think what you see with Brody through the conversation, he's great on the radio, absolutely. I got to go back and listen to it, but just his knowledge of the game. Like, he's grown up in it. He's a coach's kid, and I'm really excited to have him part.
So another thing I got to ask you, Coach, we talked about the departures from the team. We've talked about the new coaches. Let's talk about some new faces that are going to be on the gridiron for the Mustangs when it comes Thursday night this week.
Yeah, really excited about some of the additions we've had. You know, the transfer portal is going to work both ways. So as we work through offense and defense, you're going to hear names of guys that have come to us from various places. A lot of them from the place no sugarcoating it, from the place we play on Thursday. Yeah. We got a lot of guys that came to us from there for various reasons, but really excited about the additions on both sides. When you go down the list of kids, you know, offensively, our starting quarterback is going to be Chase Stevens. He transfers to us from Cleveland. Really excited about his ability and his arm talent. The receiver group I really like. It's probably one of the more talented receiver groups that I've ever been a part of. Roman Yulo's back, as an all-state returning receiver. Luke Hayden's back, started every game as a sophomore last year. And then we add the addition of the transfer with Sawyer Boyd, who, Sawyer's, first of all, an incredible kid. Been really fun to be around. Has a great personality, has an infectious personality that you just want to be around. But has a lot of talent too, so really excited about that.
It's safe to say that Sawyer's a deep threat.
A little bit. That kid can run, man. We're really excited. He's got the hurdling offers to go to the next level in hurdles, but he uses that on the football field too. It's been real fun to watch. In the backfield with Javen Hall leaving, it leaves opportunity for Casey Cunningham. Probably the best preseason of any kid on our team was Casey Cunningham. He really took a major step forward for us. So excited about him. Offensive line-wise, I really like our group. They've progressed more since spring practice till now. They've made a huge progress, and part of that progress is led by another transfer with Andrew Dugan coming in at center. He has a UT Martin scholarship offer to go play there. But really excited about the group as a whole. But the addition of Andrew just gives us some tenacity and nastiness. When you put him alongside Caden Lassen and Jason Jarnigan, man, we got guard center guard has been really, really tough. I like our edge guys with Roshak, Ashton Roshak and Cooper Bitzel. I like our depth with Braden Blair and Barrett Burks being able to play. I just really like the group, and maybe I like them because I'm coaching the position right now, but it's been a fun group to be around. When you flip to the defensive side of the ball, you kind of keep the same trend. Jonathan West comes to us as a transfer at defensive line. Been really, really fun to have. Really smart kid, but, man, his toughness. He reminds me of Jack Shantz. When you talk about who is he like, it reminds me a lot of him. Cooper Godsey, Eli Robinson, Lane Ferris also return up front. We're really excited about those guys. Linebacker core has been awesome. Miles Hawk has really shown up.
And I believe we've got everybody returning pretty much from the linebacker room from last year, correct?
Yep, our 3 starters are back. Miles Hawk has been kind of the guy that's been an addition. We're going to change a D lineman spot to a linebacker spot with Miles Hawk. But then we got Tyler Goldman, Braylon Beard, and Caleb Jackson. All three played a ton of football last year. Great football players and kind of anchor the defense, on that second level. And then we moved to the third level. You see another transfer with Davin Scruggs being a corner. Really, really awesome kid. Again, a kid that's been so fun to be around, get to know him. But you put him alongside C.T. Gunner, who's going to, replace that Rover spot, from losing Spencer. He stepped in that role and has done a great job at Rover. Mike Wood is our other corner, who obviously Mike is long and athletic, has great ability to cover. And then really, I think the emotional energy leader of our defense with Aiden Burns. And we're going to rally behind what Aiden does for our team. He's been out with an injury. We kind of slow played him back. So he sat out all our scrimmages, but he's back full go. And the difference between last week's practice and this week's practice has been the amount of energy on defense, and you attribute that to Aiden. He just brings it every single snap, and it's fun to be around.
So one of the most important things this time of year, and really for the rest of the season, is health. Is the team healthy? Are guys healthy? Are we banged up? What are we like?
We got a couple guys, going into the season that are banged up. Backup running back Gideon Anderson, tough kid, wrestler. He had a great preseason. He's going to give us quality depth at running back. He's out right now. We got one lineman that got banked.
Gideon Hernandez.
Hernandez,
Yeah,
what did I say?
Anderson.
Gideon Anderson. Gideon Hernandez.
Yeah.
I love Gideon.
I just call him G.
Yeah, it's probably a better idea for me. I got too many names in my head. But Gideon is just a great kid, man. Ultimately, he's going to be the kid that you say run through that brick wall, and he will. So we're excited to get him back. I think we're going to do some PT with him to get him back. We had a lineman go down, Braden Blair. He's going to the doctor. I think he's going to be okay. I think it's just, hey, we got to get him checked on to make sure. But I expect him to be back fairly quickly. But other than that, team health-wise, we're pretty good. So really excited to go in full strength.
Coach, one thing, this is kind of random, off the wall a little bit, but the kids with the social media, that things get out there, might have a new look on the field when it comes to Friday nights for the Mustangs this year.
Yeah, really excited just about some combinations that we may be able to add, this season, adding in some alternate uniforms, those kind of things. So I think it's already kind of gotten out of the bag, but it's a cool look. We're really excited to unveil those. I'm going to let the kids choose when we do it. I always let them choose, but we're always trying to do things to create energy and create excitement. And I think maybe adding a fourth jersey may do that a little bit.
It's like Deion Sanders said, you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Every
That's
time.
Coach Brown.
We're trying to put that, instill that all the time. I always try to make sure we're in our best stuff. So I love our kids, man. This group has been fun. I will say that as we end. This group's been a fun group. I really like the group. I like their energy. I like their character. So really excited to see what they do on the field Thursday.
So, Coach, if you could, let our viewers know what's going on Thursday over at Cleveland kickoff time, all the good stuff that everyone needs to know.
Yep, Thursday night. Like I said, we're Thursday night because Steve Hartline.
It's Steve Hartline's fault.
Yeah, it's all Steve Hartline. But we're really excited about it. Great opportunity for our kids to be showcased by themselves. They'll be the only game in town. So really excited about that. We start at 7 o'clock. Gates typically open at 5:30. And we're going to go over there and we're going to play Cleveland. And a new look Cleveland with Coach Brown. Have a ton of respect for Coach Brown and what he's done there. Just watching film, you can see it.
A whole dynamic there, too. You guys know each other well.
Know each other well. Coach together at Udowa, coach together at Red Bank. Talk to each other every single day. All the time we're talking to each other. For the last 12 years, we've been in a group chat together. So excited to play against them. Excited to walk across and hug his neck no matter what the outcome is. And excited to start the season out.
Well, of course, we're hoping, optimistic for a Mustang win over there at Benny Monroe Stadium.
Yeah,
so, hey, with that, you've been watching the Walker Valley Football Coaches Show with Drew Akins for Jacob Mason. I'm Andy Morris. Be sure to come out this Thursday night for the ESPN Cleveland 101.3 Community Kickoff at Benny Monroe Stadium and support your Mustangs.